Hello, for this edition of RPD Talks, I am Civilian Crime Prevention Specialist Scott Leamon. This is Lieutenant Stevens. Lieutenant, thanks for being here. He is razorless, for lack of a better term, because it is No Shave November, so beard looks good. Your hair is out of place up here, though, but we can live with that. Yeah, we can live with that, yeah. So we're here to talk about how not to get your stuff stolen this holiday season. And I like to take people, when I talk to communities, neighborhood watch groups, I like to start at the beginning, in the driveway. And I say, you know what, hey, if you're gonna take your wallet, if you're gonna take your purse, hide it in your car then, instead of driving up to your destination, getting out in the parking lot, and then hiding it there. Why would you want to hide it before instead of after?
Well, the reason you'd want to do it before is when you pull in a parking lot that way, believe it or not, there's actually people out there that are just trying to case a parking lot, waiting for people to leave valuable items in view, such as high-dollar electronics, your purse, something of that nature. So if you get out of your car and you pull your wallet out of your purse and then you put your purse in the back seat or either, put it in the trunk or something like that, and they see you do that, you're basically just telling them that it's there for them.
Oh, it's right there. Take. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so you're kind of putting that thought in their head, and if that's what they're looking to do, now they know where it's at. They know directly where to go to. And some of these guys are really skilled, can pop something very, very quickly and be gone within a matter of minutes.
And we want you to lock your doors. And a common misconception about Roanoke is it's not violent crime that drives crime in Roanoke. Violent crime this year to date is actually down about 5 or 6%. It's not anything. There's not a shooting every day in Roanoke. What drives crime in Roanoke are two things essentially: stealing stuff out of unlocked cars and shoplifting. Both of those come into play this time of year. But we really, really, really beg you actually to lock your car doors.
Absolutely, and that even goes on throughout the year, not just only Christmas time, but we get quite a few larcenies from vehicles every year where, maybe you're in a rush, you're on the way home, you got off work late and you're supposed to go meet somebody, but you want to go home and freshen up before you leave. You leave your purse in the back seat, or maybe you leave a laptop or a nice camera or something like that, and some guy comes walking through the neighborhood and he's checking cars and he looks in the back seat and here's this nice laptop. You didn't lock your door, and next thing you know, you don't have a laptop anymore.
And I get all the time when I'm talking to community groups, there's always that one person, raise their hand, I don't lock my car because if I do, they're just going to bust in there, and I don't leave anything in there anyway. Then my insurance, if they bust in there, I've got to repair it. My insurance goes up, I got to cover the deductible, I understand that. But what's going to happen that one time you forget your purse, that one time you forget your wallet, what's going to happen?
Well, and where you're going with that is if you leave your door unlocked, you are at a higher risk for them to take it. You do have some criminals out here that they don't want to go that extra mile to break a window because that creates sound that is going to draw attention to them, which means there might be a witness that actually sees them take your purse, wallet, or valuable item. So that's going to heighten their chances of getting caught. But if you leave the door open and they can get in the car, they're going to take it and they're going to be gone, and then that's going to be much harder to recover that item at that point.
Inside the store, I know I read reports all the time of folks leaving their wallet unattended, leaving their purse unattended, and then somebody just walks by and just picks it up.
Absolutely. Inside the store, there was one that just happened the other day out at Valley View. There was a person that was in a store, had their cell phone in the hand. They went to try on a shirt. They laid the cell phone over on another turnstile or whatever you call it. It had some shirts stacked up on it, and when they turned back around within a matter of probably like 30 seconds, because there were so many people in the store, it was gone. Yeah. And the people were smart enough to take that phone and get away with it very quickly, that it had not been recovered at this point.
And people should understand that cell phones are a really popular item nowadays for thieves. And remember that these tips too can come into play and be really useful, not only here in Roanoke, but I used to drive down on Black Friday to Concord Mills in the Charlotte area. In Myrtle Beach, I always hit the outlet malls. So it's really, you can use these tips anywhere you go.
Yeah. Anywhere you go, crime, bad guys don't think about jurisdictional lines and everything like that. They go, any place that we would go. They have people that they care about too, and may want to go do holiday shopping with some of the money they just bought or got from things that they've stolen and maybe sold. Now they're going to go buy some stuff, and they may encounter you at other places. So protect yourself wherever you go.
And lastly, Cyber Monday, and you know, when folks order packages to be shipped home, that's very popular this time of year too, for obvious reasons, the convenience. What do folks need to think about doing as far as, you know, we don't want you to have these things out there on your front porch or your front door, leaned up against your front door for 5 or 6 hours. So what should folks think about doing as far as preventing those packages from getting stolen?
It's the same principles pretty much as, you know, not leaving it in your car where people can see it. Bad guys drive through neighborhoods and specifically look for the UPS man to drop these things off, and then if nobody comes out in a couple minutes to get it off the porch, they take it and they're gone with your item. So some things you can do to protect yourself. Some of the bigger box stores such as like Best Buy, Target, stuff like that, you can order things online and actually have it delivered to the store, so you can go pick it up in the store versus it being just left out on your front porch. You can also do options like leave special delivery instructions for the UPS driver to leave it on like your back deck, or maybe deliver it to your next door neighbor if you know your next door neighbor's home and you talk to them about that beforehand. I'd like to have this package delivered. In
our carport, we have a storage container. We just tell them to put it in there. That's way it's out of sight and hopefully out of mind for any of the thieves. And you know, and you can also have it picked up at your UPS store, your FedEx store, at the you know, or your UPS store, your FedEx store, or the postal service as well. Those are all options, just not to leave it there, especially the high dollar. You know, if it's a $10 shirt, that's one thing. I got on sale from Banana Republic, whatever, you know. But if it's going to be a tablet, you know, a new cell phone, some of these higher dollar items, then I definitely don't want it sitting out there on the front porch when I can't be there. And remember, you can use your phone to track these things now too, so it'll almost be up to the minute where you can tell it's on the way and right there at your front porch. So definitely, you know, if that happens, we want you to go out there and get it. So thanks, LT Stevens. You know, we just want everybody to remember to be safe this holiday season and to be smart. And we want to make it really, really hard on the bad guys, put them on the naughty list, if you will, and make it hard for them to steal from us. So for this edition of RPD Talks, this is Lieutenant Stevens. I am Scott Leamon, and I'm sure we will see you later.